I'm Sue Skalicky. I am the journalism teacher at Century High School, and I also teach sophomore English. Oh my, how much time do you have? So many duties. This is not my first career, and I believe everything I did leading up to being a teacher is what I use in the classroom, my life experience. I was a journalist. I worked for a weekly paper. I'm a freelance writer, a leadership trainer. And so, especially in journalism, as a journalism teacher, I teach a lot of life skills. I teach leadership. I teach really more about being a good citizen, because a lot of these kids don't understand what it means to, operate out of responsibility. And so the pieces of teaching, the following the standards, the curriculum, that's all important. I do that. That isn't the hardest part of my job. Also, critical thinking. In journalism, you have to look at all sides of the story, not two sides. Stories have all sides, and so they need to think critically about what are all the sides. Whether they go into journalism or not, they learn that skill, that if they go on to be a doctor, if they go on to be a daycare provider, at least they understand and have learned how to be a critical thinker. That's my focus. So the easy part is the curriculum. The part I invest my energy and my life into is the life skills of being a responsible citizen. So. For me, what works is I go in at 6 in the morning. Classes start at 8:30. If I have meetings, they're at 7:30. So if I go in at 6, I have an hour and a half to grade, prepare my curriculum, drink a lot of coffee, get ready for my day. I do better that way, and then when the students come, I can focus on them. I really, for the most part, in the past 7 years, have not brought any work home. Funny, when I first went to college out of high school, I was an elementary ed major. My first semester, I took some class that had me take a test to see what I should do in life, and teacher was at the bottom. So basically, the way I read that was, I shouldn't be a teacher. Oh my gosh, I have to get out of this. So I switched from education to journalism. Loved getting a journalism degree. I've worked as a medical photographer for a weekly paper. That kind of freelance writing, that morphed into leadership. But then in having kids who were growing up and who were in middle school, I began coaching volleyball and basketball. I fell in love with teenagers and being a positive influence in their life. And I thought, well, I already have a degree. I'll just get my teaching license. Well, it was a little more extensive than that. Journalism is not a core subject, so I had to get my English degree, which a lot of my journalism applied, and then I went ahead and got a master's in secondary education. So as soon as I graduated, the journalism position opened at the high school here, and I got it. I love my job. It's just perfect. And in hindsight, again, I'm so glad I did something else before becoming a teacher. I use so much of my life experience in what I do. So it's definitely not my first career, but I love it. Favorite, building relationships, seeing teenagers find their niche, and that's so much fun when they get excited about what we're doing. So. My least favorite, grading. I wish, my wish, and especially with my journalism students, and I say it every once in a while to them, I wish I didn't have to grade. I mean, the school needs grades. I wish it was just a given. Everyone gets an A because you're all intrinsically motivated. That's my goal. I want kids to do the work because they find purpose in it. They have ownership in it. they see the value in it, and so they do the work, they use their talents, and I'm able to help them find their niche and what their talent is, and so grades aren't important. But unfortunately, a lot of teenagers, it's that time of life where they don't want to work or whatever. There's a multitude of reasons, so I have to grade. I mean, find your passion, because just to be a teacher but not enjoy what you're teaching, you have to have both. Number one, you have to love kids. If you don't love kids, if you don't have patience with them and see that they're in process, I don't know if teaching's for you, but if you genuinely love kids of whatever age, pursue that age group, but pursue the subject. If it's secondary education, pursue the subject that you have a passion for, whether that's math or history or English or journalism, whatever it is, because you need to love what you do. Because I worked as a journalist, I'm passionate about it. I'm a much better teacher because I love what I do. Even English, I love the art of writing, the art of English, and reading and critical thinking, and so I'm passionate. The best teachers, I believe, are passionate about what they're teaching, but you have to love the subject and you have to love the kids. If you're missing one of those, it's going to be tough. So that's number one in pursuing an education to be a teacher is choose the right path.